Yeah, really pleased with the game. Just beat a really good team. It's 30-6 in the fourth quarter against OU again. Did I think we were going to win the game? Yeah. Did I think I'd look up in the fourth quarter be 30-6? No. And it was a hard fought. It wasn't easy. Um, you know, Tyus and Navarro are great players. They got 1,200 yards rushing. They combined for 19 carries for 53 yards. That's the game right there. There's a lot of other factors, but you take two guys that are averaging between the two of them over 6 yards a carry for the season, and they get 19 carries for 53 yards. That's the ball game, right? Then their leading receiver, Coleman Owen, who's a really good player, 9 targets, 2 catches, 12 yards. So our defense basically took what they, I mean, if you stop the three, but it's like, stopping Gabbard and whoever. We play a lot of running backs, but right now stopping Mozee and stopping Cade or whoever. We play a lot of wideouts too. But and then we ran the ball. Mose 16 for 111. Dylan 7 for 28. We ran the ball on a team that's been very stingy. And then we were real efficient throwing the ball. Brett managed the game great. They're good on defense. They have not given up a lot of, we scored 30 points in 3 quarters. I know we got 30, but we had 30 in 3 quarters. If it's a different game, you're still pushing to get more points. Special teams are really good. Bev was really good. 5 inside the 20. It's such a weapon. So unselfish. Doesn't help your average to knock him inside the 20, but he did. And then late, we're getting 1 steps and getting him off. The only way we lose is get a punt block, and he's getting him off and giving up yardage and giving up his average for the team. So, again, really clean first, dominant defense effort in the first quarter, really the first half. And then offense getting down there, read the corner blitz, and we had a hitch on, so it was good. We just banged the hitch out there, and Reggie got it in. And then the drive right before the half was key because we got it back with I don't know how much. It's probably right here. So we got it back maybe 240. You go 3 and out, 2-minute warning. They got the ball, and then they got the ball to start the second half. It's 10-0. When we go down, we leave them 26 seconds. Even if we get 3 there, you don't give them another shot in the first half. So they're getting the first half. Well, we get 7. And the throw from Brett to Javon, man, timing, man. We've been talking about timing a lot, man. That was legit. There's no air down there. There's 3 guys there. Javon, again, Brett has to put it on. Brett puts it on him off the cut. And Javon's turning that ball smoking. He just throws his hands up, catch. I mean, that's elite catch. I mean, an elite catch. There's 5% receivers on the planet that catch him. Probably 2%. The corner's bearing down, like the corner's underneath, and he's running right at Javon. And Javon feels usually that's when you flip. Like Javon just throws his hands up, catch the ball. Like great play in that time, and then they get the drive to start the second half. Go 7.5 minutes, and they don't get the 2-point play. We're still up the same amount of scores, because they don't get the 2 play. We're up 2 scores now. We're still up 2 scores, and they grind 7.5 minutes. So and then the offense answers, and heck of a team wins. Just exactly kind of boring how we like to play. We play really solid. We run the ball effectively. We throw the ball effectively. We're not trying to run for 300, throw for 8. We're just trying to take what the defense gives us. Defensively, we stopped the run, made them one-dimensional, which is hard when a team's averaging 200-some yards a game. Making OU one-dimensional, that's the game. And then really solid on ST, and they just kind of go. And we have 1 turnover, they have none. It was a pretty damn clean game. We had a couple more chances at picks, so we could have had a couple more. But really, nobody fumbled the whole game. It was a pretty clean game by both teams. They play like we play. They're well coached. They kids play hard. They're smart. They're very similar outfits. So when we play them, it's you do good against them. You feel good because they play the game the right way.
Coach, what are you telling the team after 3 of your last 4? What are you telling your team after wins like these?
Well, we're 1-4 and we're in the deep hole and we suck and no one likes us and everybody, what's the matter? And you go in the barbershop and you hear about so-and-so is I'm friends with the barber, so anybody in town that goes to the barbershop talks about Miami football, I'm going to know, just so you know. So the 1-4 week, I got guys, and I'll talk to them at some point, people I know. All right? It's not fun. Like I said, we talked 2 weeks ago, like, hey, there's only one way out of this hole. You got to get yourself out of the hole, I always said, I talked to my dad. My dad said, how you doing? After we lost to Toledo. I go, not very good. We didn't play good enough football today, and we're 1-4, and I hate to lose, and we're not playing as good as we need to play to win games, and it sucks. He's like, so what are you going to do about it? I'm like, yeah, good point, Dad. What are you going to do about it? Then he asked me, then he's like, well, is your team just not, he don't know. Like, he goes, hey, your team's 93, Like, is your team just not any good this year? Like, are you not any good? I go, no, we're good. We got a good team. We got a chance to be good. He's like, well, that's your job. Get them play good, It's like, life's simple. Like, so we talked, and hey, what are we gonna do? Are we gonna get ourselves out of the hole? We're gonna go to Eastern. They're 4-1, and on the road and bye week, and they're good. They're not. They're a good MAC team. They're not unbeatable. I thought we beat Eastern, but we went there. We played And we practiced really hard and had a great week, and then we practiced really hard again this week. We're getting better, and we'll keep losing guys left and right, and we're still getting better. We're playing better football, and that's the goal. And if you keep doing that, it's hard with injuries and just frustration. So now we're 3-4. It still sucks. I hate being 3-4, but we got 5 games left. We're still in control of our own destiny. Maybe not. Who knows with this wacky new league they got going? But it seems like we'd be in control of our own destiny. If not, I'll probably lose my job at that point. Probably for sure lose my job at that point. So I didn't say anything bad there. I just said I'd lose my job. But there's a lot of ways to lose a job. So it just we got a 1 week. We said after we lost Toledo, we got 1 week season. Like we got to find a way to beat Eastern. If we don't beat Eastern, everything we've talked about for 10 minutes, you can kid yourself. It's up in smoke. Like so, we got to find a way to beat Central. We can't take our foot off the gas. We got to keep getting better. We lose more guys today, and lose your starting corner, lose your backup corner at some point. But we got to keep playing and keep getting those guys better.
3-3 in the red zone, 2-2 last week in the red zone. You're making your good drives count. That's huge for you guys.
That's obviously huge. Not only not turning it over like we did early in the year, but then the other piece is like the Raion pick, just like last week on the Sally pick or the 4th down stop. Like those are times in the game. You always say it's like not how many hits you get, it's when you get your hit. You go 3 for 4 with nobody on base, and you're down 3-0 in the bottom of the 8th, and the base is loaded, and you strike out. Like, you were 3 for 4, you can pat yourself on the back. Timing is a lot in sports, and we haven't had like Notre Dame. We get a huge turnover on the punt, right, and we give it right back. Like that was, and again, that's not what we lost, but that's a key. Like if we want to beat Notre Dame, we gotta cash that moment in. Last week the 4th down stop we get 7. Sally pump, then Sally's pick we get 7. This week Rayon's pick, bam, we get 7. Like again, that's. You got opportunities, and that's how we play. We play field position. We took the field goal early. Brett's pissed at me. He wants to go for it. And I'm like, yeah, we're taking the points. Like, we got a good kicker. Let's kick the play. It's how we play. We just kind of plot along, and But then we had for us, and we got to take advantage of those shots because we're not the biggest risk-taking team in the world. So, Raion gets a pick and a good return, and now we punch it. Now the Rayon's pick's really a big play. If we punt it there, it's not as big a play. It's a great play by Raion, but now it just sets everything up, and that's how we've always played. And in our opinion, that's why we win a lot of games. We asked 2 weeks ago, do you want to change? Just become a renegade, fly by the seat of your pants, chuck and duck, trick play. If not, we got to start playing the game the way we play it and be good at the way we play it. There's a lot of ways to win. Our way's not the only way to win. There's a lot of ways to win, but you got to pick a way to win, and you got to get everybody to believe in it and got to go. So the last 2 weeks, again, we're digging ourselves out of the hole that we're still in.
Coach, Parker Navarro, you mentioned a little bit earlier, was coming off a game where he had 170 on the ground. What was your message to your defense to take away that aspect of his game?
Yeah, got to ask Coach Prekin. I just said, hey, Navarro's good and Tyus good. We got to make him one-dimensional. I don't really stick my nose in there very much. I trust Bill's been amazing. And they obviously, like last week, like I said, they took away the slot on Eastern, who was the guy. This week they had multiple guys, so I didn't know. But again, every time he tucked and run, we had guys coming. So they were reading their keys. They were on it, even in pass coverage. And so again, if I asked Bill, but I trust the defense. They did an amazing job. Looking at those now, they had 53 yards. I don't know what they're averaging on the year, but they're averaging a ton. Most of the 200 is them, And Navarro didn't, Navarro was 13-22. We had 2 picks. Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Sally got another one, right? Yeah, Sally got another one late. Yeah, that's awesome. I was wondering because he had 24 in high school. He never gets any picks. I said, what the heck? I recruited this guy to get the ball back. You've been here 9 years. You got no picks. So finally, I should have said that 5 years ago. Now he's getting a pick every week because I told him, I said, what the heck? Why don't you be a ball hawk? It's hard to get 24 picks in high school. You haven't done nothing for me. God dang. How much more do I got to do for the kid for him to make some plays, right?
Coach, Keyon Mozee, second straight week with 100 on the ground. What kind of dimension does he add to the offense when he's rolling?
He's running good. He had one okay run a day. The rest, he's ripping it. He's being decisive. He's so much more decisive. Him and Coach Walsh have just really gotten a good place. We know, and again, he ain't practiced all week. Early in the week it was he ain't playing, and then it was like, maybe, and then we'll test it out a little bit on Thursday and see how it goes. And again, he just had he said all week, I'm playing. This is gonna be all right. And he's a track guy, so those track guys typically, just the way they are, they got to, there's a lot of meet, so you have to run every meet. If you don't feel good, wait till the next meet, and if you're not 100%, you're not going to run the time. It's just a different deal. It's not, makes sense. If you're not 100%, why would you go run a 10.8 when you run 10.6, So he's just been decisive, and he's taken those short runs and turned them into big ones, which he did. He's done UMass. He did it last week. He did it again this week. And again, the big run for the touchdown, and we blocked it up good. Got a good look. They move so much. They're so hard. We blocked them good. And then our receivers, our receivers blocked on the perimeter. It's different than Mo. Mo did the rest. Like, so he's having those big chunk home run runs. That's nice. Like, nice weapon to have. So he's really playing well.
I have to bring it up, Coach. Congratulations on tying Randy Walker, 59 wins.
I've been waiting. What the hell? Like, we've been in here for 10 minutes. I was waiting for, I thought there'd be, some banners or something, some stuff coming down. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, the radio guys, they don't know, apparently, because I had a 10-minute radio interview, Bacon, and they're sleeping at the switch as usual. They don't even bring it up. So
no, I'm
not talking to them ever again. So they're on. Once you're dead to me, you're dead to me. Like, I don't I cross people off, so I'm good with my little cocoon. So. Yes.
It's exciting, though. You got to admit. I mean, congratulations.
Again, I could be coaching. It's awesome. Like, again, honestly, if a coach ever, you set a record, you tied a record, let alone you tied Randy Walker's record, which I have so much respect. I coached against Randy Walker. I knew of Randy Walker. I knew he was this tough, mean, don't care if you like me, we're going to play the game the right way. And I'll talk to probably Tammy tonight because she'll probably text or call me, I bet. And first thing I'll tell Tammy is Randy would have been proud of the boys today. This is a Randy Walker, how we play. And again, when we're good, I said it to her after the MAC championship game. I said, I think Randy would have been very, very pleased watching the Redhawks from up above today. We just grinded it out. We were mean and tough and nasty and fought and scratched and no frills. And then life, you go through life. How fortunate am I, We have 5-25, my first. Even just throw out any time you can set a record, and you don't think like that. It's no big deal. Really? How many people like to be sitting right here today and tie Randy Walker's record for wins? Let alone we're 5-25. We're more than on death row halfway through year 3. You're 0-6 year 3. 0-6 year 1, that's not great. 0-6 year 2, they already hate you. 0-6 year 3, you're on the respirator. And. Thank God Gus Ragland and Doc Krimchek are crazy and came back from an ACL. I would have made it through year 3. I didn't be here. Then they come back and then all the things and just everything we've been through and the journey and the time here and, grinding and, we've overcome a lot of things, so, and we're trying to overcome some things right now. So, no, it's awesome. And the fact that it's Randy Walker and the fact that I love Tammy and don't know Randy but have a ton of, makes it way more. Error's the only thing that make it more special because Error's my childhood hero. But and it's at the Cradle of Coaches. That's part of the reason I came here. Cradle of Coaches are 0-16. Well, maybe I'll go turn that around. That might be cool, right? Thought it'd be a little easier. So if I knew now what I knew then, I took the job at 45. 11 years later, I'm 86 right now. So I got a few years left. So, but no, I'm super proud, and I'm super proud of Bill Breeken's been here the whole time. Pat Welsh been here the whole time. A lot of other coaches were here that aren't here anymore. That I think all those coaches and all the players and that first group, Gus's group, that stuck with it when it wasn't easy to stick with it. Then a lot of those freshmen stayed. Gus came in that first class and you're 5-25, and those guys, a lot of guys stuck in there. And if they didn't, I'm probably not standing here. And so just think about all those guys. And then I see every so often you see one. It's Koenig's back a little bit, and you see Brad, and he's just got. What part did Koenig have in this whole, so many, it's such a giant organization, all the people that it takes to be successful, then you have a day like this. So it's awesome. I'll think about it when I retire. No, I think about it right now. I just tied Randy Walker's. That's pretty awesome. Pretty damn cool. And that's, if anybody said, that's, you think, I set a record? I heard set a record in life? Dog. Dog, man. So I can't wait to talk to Tammy.
Keyon, run game really seems to be coming together. And again today, and especially having it there, toward the end when you already got a lead. How do you feel about the maturation of the run game?
I feel good about it. We preach it all day in practice. Coach Martin gets our O-line going, gets us playing aggressive, gets them on bodies, and we rep it all day at practice. So once it comes to practice, it's really easy when you get to the game. So I'm out of breath right now. We get to the game. It's really easy. It's harder at practice. Our scout guys give us good looks, and they play like it's a game every time. So I give them game reps, and I want it to be as realistic as possible. So when we get out there, it's easier.
Did they see anything on tape that indicated that might be able to, do well or at least hold your own in the run game with OU?
We seen it because we had the defensive coordinator here, obviously, but we knew how he played, and it's kind of like playing against our defense, and I know how our defense plays. So it's kind of just repetition, like playing them in the spring or in the summer. So we knew we could run on them. We ran on them. We ran on our defense in like fall ball and spring ball. So pretty much just practice.
Long run kind of sealed it almost, I would imagine. What did you see there? Did you kind of find your way through there and in some daylight? Just talk about that long run you had.
Yeah, I kind of just was filling it out. I was waiting for O-line to climb up. And once he did, I hit it, and it was one-on-one with the safety, and I had to make him miss. And once I made him miss, I knew it was all up from there. Only thing was not to get caught this time. Everybody been getting on me about getting caught the last few times, so I didn't want to get caught this time.
Speaking of your O-line, another good performance from them. What can you say about their performance today?
I love their performance. As long as they doing what they supposed to, and we talking and communicating, I communicating with them every time, and letting them know who's getting off and who's playing kind of soft or playing not to the level of their performance. And they'll fix it. They'll fix it instantly, and then they get on it. And once we do, we click on all 4 cylinders.
The morale, 3 of the last 4. Can you see a difference in what you guys have been trying to do for the season? Just talk about the morale and what these three out of the last 4 wins are going to do for you guys.
Yeah, it's been really big. Coach Martin's just been preaching it. It's really not the play calling, it's our mindset. So once we fix our mindset, fix everything else, then everything else will follow along with it. We got to play aggressive. We got to go out there and have the mindset that we're going to win. And we started applying that into the games, and every player just believes it. So once you buy in, it really becomes easier.
Brandon, talk about what you guys have been able to do, the past couple games to kind of get you guys going in the right direction, man.
To talk a little bit about it, it started with us, our mindset and like how we approach the game. Our start really means everything to us. Like we start fast, we end fast, and that's really how the culture we're starting to build back up from last year.
Oops, sorry guys.
We haven't really mentioned yet, talk about all these other things, but how does it feel to get a win over Ohio? It's always, a pretty big rivalry, and this was an important game for you. They're all important now, but how's it feel to beat Ohio under these circumstances?
It always feels good to, win a big rivalry game, but we're really just taking it 1 week at a time, It's a 1-week season for us, and we're just preparing week by week, game by game.
Raion, you guys were able to take away Parker Navarro's effectiveness on the ground. What were you seeing out of him that allowed the defense to kind of minimize his impact?
Shout out to our D-line. Our D-line really had him, bottled up. Our linebackers flowing to the ball. And we knew, what he could do. We knew all his abilities, and they played like a big role in shutting him down. And then, when he passed the ball, we made plays.